intersection of my deepest needs. You were there, I knew, now you know.
Hi there, Gemini. How are you guys doing? It's a beautiful day, and I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome to your weekly reading, back with me again, Anisa from the Inner Stereo. For those of you who are new to my channel, hello, and for those of you who haven't in a long time, welcome back. So, Chariot, Five of Swords. But anyway, Ten of Wands. That's beautiful. Look at the challenges. So, meaning that if you guys are dealing with one person, I mean, it makes much more sense. But I'm kind of like used to having this type of, you know, conflicting energy when it comes to reading for double body signs or mutable signs like Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius, or Pisces. But I think if you guys are dealing with one person, you guys are kind of like in a crossroad, because there's a Chariot card in here, and a Chariot card in this particular deck of mine is much more like a conflicted Chariot than somebody who is like a much more determined Chariot, you know what I mean? But there is this sense of rush, there's this sense of impulse to make a decision about something, whether you want to be mean, or you want to cut somebody, or you want to have the upper hand over somebody, or you want to sacrifice just so that you could get the collective happiness that you're looking for. Now, I'm going to be honest with you, Gemini, that when I was meditating for you guys, I vividly saw images, like cards. That was the Hangman and also the Ten of Wands. And the message that I'm getting from these two cards that I saw through my vision was that why the rush? You know what I mean? Like, why the Chariot card? Why do you feel the need to do something right now, rather than feeling that, you know, like, I can't be like this, I need to make a decision about something. There is this, something is just like pushing you to do something. Like, why can't you just be like the Hangman? Just wait passively, try to see in a different perspective, and try to see yourself too. Because I feel like Gemini doesn't get enough credit for this. But you, similar to Virgo, every time you feel love for somebody, every time you're in love with somebody, you became so selfless. Yes, you tend to serve them, you tend to provide for them, you tend to kind of like kill your own needs just so that you can fulfill their needs. Their problems then become your problem, but stop adding things on your plate when it's already full. So right now, rather than you rushing yourself to decide on something that kind of like makes you even get more easily triggered, you know what I mean? Because this rush that you're feeling just makes you very, very easily triggered over something. So rather than focusing on that rush, just take on that Hangman stance and just like, okay, well, this time I'm just going to be taking care of my own plate. I'm just going to be finishing up and solving the things that I have in my life before I even take care of other people's problem, before I take in whatever they said about me or what have you. Those type of stuff. All right. So that was your message for you. Those are the challenges. Wheel of Fortune and also the Two of Cups. So there has been like a little bit of a falling out, or you just feel, or they feel like the other person feels that you guys don't see each other eye to eye when it comes to emotional stuff. And then you have a Wheel of Fortune in there, meaning that the situations, conditions, circumstances, or even just doesn't seem to be supporting this relationship as it should. Like, for instance, you guys are dealing with a long distance relationship, or work gets in the way, or their children gets in the way, or their family gets in the way, or what have you. But this also indicates, you know, the period where the honeymoon phase is over, and you cannot seem to, and they can not also seem to remember what made both of you guys tick. And because the Wheel of Fortune here is in the overall challenge, it's like, just put it in a reverse position. It's like the snake, is starting to creep out, meaning that there is still like a bitter memories or something that is just kind of like start creeping up. That means what occurs in the past. And that's also, you know, with that Wheel of Fortune and the overall challenge could also indicate, you know, somebody who is blaming somebody for something. And because this is the overall challenge, I could never really pinpoint who is doing what to who. So this could be literally you doing this to them, or this could be them doing this to you. 5 cards in the past, Six of Cups. So they believe that the connection that they're having with you is very, very surreal. And they think that it's either a twin flame-ish type of relationship or a soulmate-ish type of relationship or a very, very karmic feels. But you guys really makes their inner child happy. And it kind of like is a nice push for them to embark on a journey for their independence or their financial freedom. So you were dealing with somebody in the past who is having like a little bit of issue with their inner child. You fix it for them, and it's kind of like giving them like a really good push to become much more independent by their own. King of Pentacles. Oh wow, that's very good. Page of Swords. Hermit card, and also the Nine of Wands. But then again, this is where the problem starts to arise, because I feel like you could also feel like a little bit of a sense of injustice that is going on, because you feel that you are the only person who used to give something, or who used to care, who used to put your energy towards this relationship, and they have much more of a taking energy. It's not actually a very much taking energy. Gemini, I already have to say this to you. But you know what, for some of you, like probably like 20 to 30% of you, this could also indicate of them still getting in touch with their past person or their exes. Okay, so just take whatever resonates with you. In which you're not really happy about. You have the Page of Swords in here, and you decided to like, fuck it, I don't want to get in the way of, you know, them having unfinished business with their exes, and I'm just going to isolate myself. And that just kind of like gives you or casts you even more doubt about relationship. I mean, if you're on that 30% where you're dealing with somebody who is still very much dealing with their exes, or they cannot seems to be moving on from their exes, it just gives you a sense of fatigue. Like, oh my God, like why do I keep on dealing with these type of people? So you just went on a period where you felt like you want to isolate yourself, and you just want to have a relationship with yourself. Yeah. So that's that for 30% of you. But for 70% of you, you know, you're dealing with somebody who just feels that they're so thankful and grateful that you were able to heal their inner child. But then you guys are protesting against it because you feel that, wow, like, I fixed you, I did something for you, I gave you an emotional support, I supported you throughout your career, but why can't you do the same for me? Because you're starting to feel, or you're starting to see the unequal give and take that is going on between your relationship with this person and you. And that is why you're like, okay, you know what, rather than me providing something or giving them some sort of support, I would just kind of like isolate myself right now, because I need to be fixed too. Like, and I cannot depend on somebody else to fix me. I'm just going to be fixing myself. I'm just going to be having like a more relationship with myself. 5 kartu masa sekarang. That means 5 cards in a now. Magician card. Ugh. They're going through a lot. I mean, if you guys are dealing with one person, they're going through a lot. They're going through a lot of universe souls lessons, because they have these major arcanas going on with them. Justice. 10 of Wands. I'm just trying to clarify something. I'm gonna file that into my kabasalan kaya. Take it or leave it up, but energy kita. Alright. So I just have to say good job for healing some sort of their inner child, because you did a great job about that. But now, like, they're much more in a magician type of card, because, you know, after the fight or after you protesting against them and all that stuff, whether they're be dealing with their exes or because you feel that they have so much of a taking energy, this person is done. I mean, it's in the now. So if it's not happening now, it's going to happen like really, really soon. They're going to come to you with a magician way. The magician is like, okay, we have all elements that we needed to work on this relationship, but you're having doubt. Yep. When they come, or when they already came. When they come, they're not playing. If you guys are dealing with somebody who is dealing with their past person, this person is done making a decision and they want to do something with you, but they're not playing. So they're like, should we do it now or should we not do it? Like in or out? Gemini, are you in or out? That's their energy. So when they're like this magician, you guys are going to be like the justice card. You're going to be like, I don't know how to do it about this because, in the past you just hurt me a lot and I'm having like some doubt with you. I'm having like real trust issues with you. I don't know if I should do this with you or not, right? If you guys are only dating one person, that hesitancies is just something that they're not willing to accept because, a magician is Aries and then Justice is Libra is a total opposite. You just want to be diplomatic about it. You just want to take some time to mentally figure it out whether you want to do this or not and all that stuff. This person is not playing. This person does have that impulsive energy. I think this person's energy is exactly what is driving you to have that overall energy with the Chariot card, that to have that rush of making decisions. You know what I mean? Don't take that energy, really. Just chill. Just chill. Just take some time. It's like, okay, just chill. They're not playing with that magician because magician sometimes gets to get a little bit impatient as well. And if you're wishy-washy or if you're giving them some sort of a vague messages and all that stuff, they're going to treat you like Saturn, and Saturn is like, okay, bye-bye. And here comes a pang of regret. Careful, Gemini. That's what I said in the beginning. Don't rush to make a decision. Don't try to be diplomatic. Don't try to be wishy-washy. Don't try to, justice cards sometimes for me also indicate somebody who wants to kind of like revenge somebody. So you probably, if you guys have been dealing with this person for a very long time, you really want to make them pay for the hurt that they've done to you in the past. Don't do that. You're going to be the one, it's going to backfire on you. You know what I mean? So just don't rush this process. Just take on that energy of the Hangman, observe, try to see things in a different light, and then make your decisions. Don't get caught up in their energies that try to rush you into doing something. Okay? 5 kartu masa depan. So if it's not happening now, it's probably going to happen like really, really soon because it's the present card. 5 kartu masa depan, that means 5 cards in the future. Death card. Hierophant. 3 of Swords in reverse, 7 of Wands, and also the Devil card in reverse. All right, so what are they going to be doing in the future? So here's the thing. If you don't play that wishy-washy game, if you don't play that vagueness, if you don't try to give them a taste of their own medicine and all that stuff, they're actually willing to wait in the future. Because I feel like something that is done on impulse from your side, you're going to regret it later on. But they're patient enough to wait around for like 1 to 2 weeks from now anyway. But there's going to be some promises made. They want a relationship with you, obviously, and they want to uphold this relationship or commitment with you. You got a Death card and also the Hierophant card. They're willing to change for you as well. They feel like, there has to be some doors that needs to close and the opening of another. And you're going to be feeling like you're cornered by it. Because if they need to do something, then you need to do something. But they're genuine with their intention, though. Really. Gotta be honest with you. They're very genuine with their intentions. They want to uphold this commitment or traditional commitment that you guys are looking for. And you're going to be healing from this past hurt that you've been feeling with them. But you'd probably be feeling like you're cornered by them as well. This is not the type of person who gets all lovey-dovey and is going to be providing you with emotional support, but this is the type of person who just cares about the practical and mundane things of the relationship. So you might be dealing with a Cancer, Sagittarius, Earth sign, Virgo, Aries, Capricorn, Libra, Scorpio, Taurus, and fire signs as well, and another Capricorn. But if you're dealing with one person, this person actually means well. And this is just something that is shocking for you because you were not expecting this to happen, especially over what happened in the past. But if we rewind back, to that Six of Cups card that I pulled in the first spread, this person actually had faith in this relationship even before you did have faith in this relationship. But probably because of the love languages differences and the events and circumstances was not really supporting this relationship from happening. You didn't get to see their good intention, but they actually saw you first before you saw them. They imprinted on you first before you imprint them. You know what I mean? So yeah, so that is if you guys are dealing with one person. Again, you have free will. You could choose whatever you want to do with your life and just reading what happens in the future. But if you guys are dealing with one person, meaning that your reading ends now. And if you guys are dealing with two people, a Scorpio is if you guys are single and ready to mingle and you make effort in, not being single and be in a relationship with somebody, you might be dealing with somebody with a Scorpio in their chart, maybe Scorpio Sun, Scorpio Moon, Mars, Scorpio Venus, Scorpio, or Scorpio rising person who is going to be giving you a traditional commitment that you're looking for that is actually going to make some of your shadow side disappear. This person has the ability to heal you. So that is if you guys are looking. Now let's move on to the two people reading. So if you guys are only dating one person, or you are only dealing with one person and you've moved on and you're single and you're looking for somebody new, your reading ends a few seconds ago because now we're just going to go to the two people scenarios, all right? So person A, give me a few seconds to take them all in. All right, so, person A is somebody that you've been dealing with a longest time. With that Six of Cups that there, it indicates it's like a returning past or returning exes into your life. When they did their return, you guys were in the energy of a Page of Swords. You've learned a lot through books. You've went through like a lot of healings. You might be reading a lot of books. You might go through to a healer or like a psychologist or what have you, but you went through a period of a very, very great healing. You spend some time with that healing. So when this person returns, you guys were like the Page of Swords. No, I'm not buying any of your effort because I could see right through. I've learned my lessons the hard ways and I'm not going to let you in just like that. So even now, this person is much more in a masculine phase where they really try to manifest something with you. Magicians sometimes can get a bit manipulative in a way that they might not be doing this thing directly towards you. It's not like it could go either way. It could be like they're directly asking you back into their life, or they're being indirect about it. Like they try to get into your life by befriending one of your friends, or try to make contacts with your family members, for instance, or something like that. But it's a magician. They try to manifest something with you, but you're much more like the Justice card in here. You're uncertain whether you want to let this person in or not because you guys are kind of like conflicted. I'm not going to get myself fooled twice because of this person. So you're like a bit wary, but you're still kind of like quite nice about it though. I mean, it's a Justice card as ruled by Libra. It's not like you're cutting them with a sword right through their throat and be saying like, no, I don't want to, blah, 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 blah. But you're just like, okay, I'm just going to keep a distance and try to kind of like weigh in the pros and cons to even let you into my life, or even to make friend with you, to be friends with you, if that makes sense. In the future, and I really have to say this, they have the Death card. So they really are saying like, you know what, let's just close the toxicity that we were having in the past and all that stuff. And let's just try out some new chapters. And by them doing that, for some reasons, you guys are kind of like feel a bit cornered with their requests. Great. Yep, and then you're going to be even more stubborn than you were in the past, because you're like the King of Swords. Like, no, I'm not just going to be letting you in. Like, who are you? You hurted me in the past. You tried to sweet talk me. You try to do this and that, do this and that. Try to go always to try to manifest me back. And who are you to be pushing me and telling me how to do my life and giving me this type of ultimatum? Because I don't know, for some reasons, you're just going to be feeling cornered with their requests of, and with their promises of wanting to kind of like shut the door of toxicities that was happening in the past and try to renew something with you. You just feel cornered about it. You're the more that they push, the more that you don't want it. You know what I mean? And that's for some of you, but like for 20% of you also have to be careful. If you reject them, they might play the victim card and kind of like blame you for something. They might throw some integrations with you. They might be like, oh no, but you are the one who fucked up. You are the one who did this. You're supposed to do this. You're supposed to do this, that type of energy. So just be very, very careful with this person, because again, it's very masculine that is coming from their side. How they want you is very masculine. You know what I mean? It's very aggressive in a way. And they're also kind of like dealing with their own karmic loop. And here I try to clarify with the Eight of Pentacles, the Eight of Cups, meaning that they're not certain whether they want to. It's like they know that this relationship is no longer emotionally fulfilling for them, but they still want to work on this because they believe that if you guys are working through or working on this relationship between you and them, it probably could lead to the Sun card. You know, you could kind of like reignite the flame that was lost. So that's that, you and person A. Person B is just somebody who is very, very independent, somebody who is not clingy, somebody who is not codependent, somebody who doesn't make you feel like you are in an airtight type of relationship where it's just like everything is just like about relationship in your face, that type of stuff, yeah? And with this person allows you to kind of like have your own space, isolate yourself, and have a relationship with yourself. But the thing about this person is that, and you know, this is not, it's a very, very different feels than person A, because person A is very emotional, whereas person B is very, very practical and mundane. They're like, okay, if you want me to invest more in this relationship, I want to have some guaranteed of permanence. What are we going to be doing about this? It's very, very Saturnian. You know, the world is Saturn ruled. It's also is a ruler of Capricorn and also Aquarius, because they're Saturn ruled in traditional astrology. It kind of like made you feel a bit like Ten of Wands. Like, I don't know whether I should do this or not, because this is such a big request for me. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, they want some practical stuff, something that you feel like it's kind of like it's either too early or it's too demanding or it's too much of a responsibility for you. But I feel like you guys are kind of like quite willingly to do this. So in the future, they're going to give you like a traditional type of commitment. So if it's like a relationship that you want, you're going to get that from them. If it's like an engagement that you want, you're going to get that from them. Because this person doesn't play. They're not all about emotional stuff like person A does. They're much more about the practical stuff. You know, they're much more like, okay, I have my own problem, you have your own problem. I'm not going to be very, I don't know, like very like that. I'm just going to give you some space to deal with your own, but don't play with me because I'm not the one to be played with. And they're going to give you that relationship that you're looking for, whatever that is going to make you heal a lot from your shadow side and from your trauma or even your fear in terms of relationship that you're having with them. Person B is actually very, very good for you if you've went through a relationship that really shook you and it really hurt you and it caused like a sour taste in your mouth. This person is actually very, very good for you. Because even if you got cheated on in the past and you have that trust issues and jealousy issues with the other person and all that stuff, this person is actually able to heal you from that because this person is very practical. So it's not somebody who would then jump into a relationship just because they need a relationship, not like a monkey who needs to like hold on to another branch. You know, they won't let go of one branch before they hold on to the other branch. But it's like, people know me to walk alone, but I'm alone for a reason, you know what I mean? because once I get into something, I make sure that that thing is, there's a guaranteed permanence and there's something good that's came out of it. So once they make that decisions, this person is able to heal you very, very well, because this person is very stable, this person is very reliable, this person is trustworthy, this person is not that masculine who gives you that some sort of a push that you don't need in your life, because you also have your own plates, right? This person is going to try to build like some sort of stability with you. It's a good one. It's a good one, person BS. All right. So I think that is it for my reading for you, Gemini. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope that you guys find tons and tons of clarity through this reading. And I really hope that you have a great week ahead. All right. Bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.
If I love you and you love me, let's plant a seed, watch it grow into a tree, baby. Why don't we grow some nectarines, baby? Why don't we grow a little